Hey, you there? I am back here in year 2025 January, and I'm going to talk about the year 2024. First of all, a very happy new year. It's going to be a very honest, unfiltered, and I'm not going to hesitate in sharing things because it's part of my life ultimately, and it's my channel here. So I'll share, of course, what I want. So something you will surely relate to, something you won't agree to, and that's totally fine. So let's start with talking about what all happened in 2024 that I would like to mention. First, 2023 set a tone. Thought it was a good start for 2024, but 2024 had some different plans for me. I started with two good shows. I did that. My riyaz and my work was all going. But then some emotional challenges started coming, and the questioning started happening from within me and also around me. So I thought it was time you change environment and not the flower, right? So flower. So we changed the environment. I left the house. I shifted to a different city. I started living independently finally since how many years I don't even know. We have been praying for this thing. I had manifested it so bad. Yeah, as dreamy as it sounds, it is also equally challenging. But yeah, everything happened quite smoothly for me. I am thankful for that. Next is, I think, making friends here didn't go as hard as I thought it would be. In the initial chapters of my life, I had quite a struggle to make new friends wherever I went. But this time it was super easy, but very smooth. Books reading this year didn't happen as much as it happened last year. Last year, what happened is I read one book for 1 month. So it was around about 12 books I had read. And this year it didn't happen that rigorously because, of course, something else demanded my attention. Next is, I think we should start talking about the lessons I got in 2024. I'm just going to mention it one by one in no proper order. So just take it as I'm going to share it. When you are in a secure environment, it's very easy to say things, to be kind, to do philosophy. But when you're actually put into that situation, when you're all alone, taking care of things, handling situations, it's really difficult to keep your composure and to stay as you are as a person and then handle that situation. So that was something I really learned, and it was a great experience. You must have 10 things in your life to do. Yes, as I said, when I started, settling here in new city, and I started doing things like cook food and take care of the rent and the maintenance of the house and cleaning and, washing clothes and doing dishes. All these things were on priority. So somehow I had completely forgotten about what I am as a person, what my soul wants. I used to be a person who read so much, who heard different kind of music, who watched n number of films of different genres, who met different people, who had n number of interests. All those things had somehow stopped. So I introspected about it, and then I thought I should have some things to do because that's what is going to make my inside colorful. When I meet new people, I have to be that person. Right? I don't want to be a boring person who's just doing life, who's just paying bills, who's just surviving. I don't want to do that. Okay, now next is since childhood, the decisions, the responsibilities, the important stand was always taken by my parents. This flawed system that we have, that we don't give charge of the child's life to him or her soon in their life. That is the reason when a certain age hits, when people around them, the family starts expecting that you go out and start socializing, start doing your job and whatever other adults are doing, they struggle with their own personality so much that they have confidence issues, self image issues. They can't speak properly, they can't have a conversation, they're always very shy. All these things happen because they were never given a right to speak. They were never asked their opinions. They were always asked to shut up. They were never given the right to intervene when something bad happened or something they disagree happened. That is the reason they always need a walking stick when they go out in the world, and they always are looking around to confirm whether whatever they are doing is right or wrong. They're always second guessing, they're always doubting. So, if at all there has to be a walking stick, it has to be of love, care, and support, and nothing else. Pursuing music or any art form, whichever you are pursuing, is never done for results. It's something you have to work on. It should go deep within in your cells of your body. then it becomes your instinct, it becomes a part of your blood, it becomes a part of your personality, of your being. Then the result, and then the other things, then the appreciation, the success, the fame, all these things come later. Then the art or the music that comes through you is fluid, it's graceful, it's uninterrupted. And I think that's something I have learned very late in my life, but that's how it is. Next is, you gotta have people in your life that speak to you in your love language. Now, the reason you feel unfulfilled hunger of love, or always feel the need to be validated, to feel that sort of love, to be appreciated, because people around you are not speaking to you in your love language. So, you have to sit with yourself, talk with yourself, write down about yourself, ask yourself what you want, and then you realize what is your love language. And then you have to start meeting people, surrounding people who speak to you in your love language, because that is the nourishment to your soul. If you don't hydrate your soul, you're going to be that bitter, unsatisfied person all your life. Reading, writing in detail, watching people speak, attending seminars, concerts, poetry performances, literature events, etc., helps you big time. And you don't even realize in what ways it benefits you. People are important. You sometimes explore the unexplored part of yourself when you meet such different people. So I'm not saying having your own circle and just staying limited to that is bad, but go out and meet people. You don't need to include them in your close circle, in your family, but you can keep meeting people. That's what life is, right? Yeah. So there's this line in a song, Ti Amo. किसी के सौ झूठ सुन ले, किसी का सच भी गुनाह. So when you focus on the lyrics, it says किसी के सौ झूठ सुन ले, किसी का सच भी गुनाह. I have experienced this a lot in my life, and then I realized people are going to perceive you ultimately as they want to perceive you. No matter if they are your close ones, if they are your friends, if they are your partners, their parents, whoever it is, your teachers, they are going to meet you only to a level they have met themselves. You don't have to change yourself, stick to your personality and be your own self. You don't have to change the truth for pleasing them. Dating people is important. Here around us, it's mostly about how loose your character is. It's not that. It's because when unsuitable, toxic, manipulative people come in your life, you cancel them out and say that you don't want them. But when does that happen? When you have met 100 people and understood that this is a kind of personality that exists. Because mostly these people are very smart at love bombing or manipulating you or charming you, and then you fall for the wrong person. Understanding people and their behavioral pattern and feeling empathy for them is different. Choosing to not accept them in your life is different. And the next very crucial, hard hitting realization I had in my life was I have this codependent style of getting attached to the person I am with. And it's not healthy. That was something, a result of parental issues or parental traumas. Get upset or cry when you raise your voice at them. They overthink every time you show disinterest in them. They have hard time expressing themselves. They always have their guard up. They avoid opening up. They get attached to someone who shows even little attention to them. They are surprised when you say something precious to them instead of mentioning their flaws. Think that you will get mad when they try to explain themselves, and they survive with guilt all the time. Isolate instead of telling how they feel because they feel like a burden to others. Try to be independent and decline your help no matter how much they are struggling. So these are the things that even I had that I realized is affecting my other relationships also. Love is giving. So a few years back, I also had posted a reel saying that love cannot be unconditional. Huh? You are always giving, you are always pouring in, and the other person is just taking, taking, and not giving you back. And then you are left to feel empty, and there's this void in you. But it is unconditional in nature. You love someone, you do things for them because you want, because you feel like. They do not ask you. Okay, even they ask you, it is you who wants to do it or not do it. Sacrifices, life changing decisions, prioritizing them, etc., we do because we want to do it. No hidden intentions behind it, no fuck zoning them, no expecting that they will do something later for you. Them loving you is not in your control. That's what love is. Everything else apart from this is a deal. When you say, I'm doing this for you, and then later this person will do the same thing for me, you don't know, bro. You have to either tell them now that please do this later for me, but don't do it in the name of love. It's somehow an insult to love. That's all. I think I talked about so many things. It's too long. After a while, I have been here. Thank you from bottom of my heart, and please leave a comment if you like this. Subscribe, show some love on the video. Thank you. Bye bye.